Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we are going to talk stews, guys. Stews release an aromatic warmth throughout your home and are one of the ultimate comfort foods. They are one of my favorite things to cook in my home, and as you know, many cultures around the world have their own technique on how to stew things. In today's video, I'm going to show you a French technique that's taught in many cooking schools around the world, and I'm just going to do it with my own preferences. The oldest written recipes are from Roman times, and they date back around 2,000 years ago and are credited to Marcus Gavius Apicius. The principles of stewing have honestly stayed quite similar over these vast amounts of time. Pretty much you're just cooking meat and vegetables over a prolonged time in a liquid like water or stock with some alcohol until the meat is tender. Now there's evidence from medieval times of beer being used to stew, and also way before that. As I deep dived into the oldest recipes of stewing, there were 4 tablets found, 3 from the time frame of 1730 BCE and a 4th tablet found from 1000 BCE. Now, these were from the Mesopotamian region of Babylon and Assyria. The recipes weren't clear though. Some university professors tried to recreate this recipe using scientific assumptions, trying to peel back the layers of time and recreate one of these recipes. These recipes were just lists of ingredients. So as you know, they tried to use historical evidence on how things would have been stewed during that time frame. As I deep dived further, there's also a stew called a perpetual stew. Yes, a forever stew. Now originally this is thought to come from medieval times, but to my surprise, there is still a couple of perpetual stews still being cooked to this day. They are just cooked in the same vessel, and that vessel is constantly getting replenished with vegetables, meat, and broth. The oldest perpetual stew that I could find today is in Bangkok, and it has been continuously cooking for 45 years. Prior to trying a perpetual stew or a forever stew, you might want to try and strengthen your microbiome first because, if not, you might take a couple trips to the washroom, I'm sure. Now, let me show you a basic but flavorful stew that you can make at home. This uses similar principles to ossobuco and beef bourguignon. I will show you a recipe for ossobuco in the future because it is one of my favorite classic stews to make. Now, the benefit of this video is when I teach you the principles of stewing, you can have fun with it and use anything in your fridge and be a little bit creative on your own. That beef stew that I just demonstrated could have been served with or on mashed potatoes, pasta, rice, sweet potatoes, even some healthier alternatives like quinoa or barley. Honestly, it's just your preference and what health goals you are trying to achieve. The other thing you saw in that video is I wanted to show you all how to do fondant potatoes. Fondant potatoes are a little bit technical and they take a little bit of practice to get good at. They are especially good when served with a smaller, delicate, or tender piece of meat like beef tenderloin or filet mignon. The classic way, or the go-to, of cooking fondant potatoes is to use garlic, fresh thyme, chicken stock, and butter. What happens in the process of fondant potatoes is your chicken stock reduces. Then your milk solids in the butter start to caramelize. This creates a fond at the bottom of the pan. This gives the potatoes a nice golden brown caramelized bottom, which is your show side, and is also the rich flavor that comes from a fondant potato. In the description below, I will share recipes for fondant potatoes and the stew that I cooked in the demonstration, as well as a quick blurb on the fundamentals of stewing. Now, quickly guys, let's go over my weight loss stats and see where I ended up in this last section of my health journey. Welcome to the stats section of the video, everybody. From March 16th, 2024 to June 7th, 2024, I went from 243.2 pounds to 233 pounds, losing a total of 10.2 pounds in a 10-week period. In the previous video, I talk about getting a bad middle ear infection. It definitely took some willpower to stay on track. Luckily, I was able to push through the terrible feeling of being on those antibiotics and having a messed up equilibrium and still lose 1 pound a week for 10 weeks straight. Around 2 weeks after that middle ear infection, I was able to start working as a full-time chef again. Now, that wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. That came with its own set of adversities because my knee was getting accustomed to being on the floor and working 8 to 12-hour shifts again. What I have to say for now is don't give up on yourself. Things do get better. Things will improve. Push through these surprise adversities in life. You got this. In the next set of videos, I'm going to split up the health videos and the cooking videos. The whole point is to give them more individual attention, because at the moment I've been giving more attention to the cooking and I haven't really been sharing all the nitty-gritty details of this weight loss and health journey. So I'm going to try and provide you guys more value to try and help others that are dealing with something similar or want to set some goals for themselves. The next health video I'm quite excited to share with all of you. I'm going to go over my DEXA scan because as of right now I have surpassed the halfway point of this weight loss goal. So I'm quite a bit lighter than what I shared with you earlier, that 233 pound mark. And it is quite exciting to show you guys all the information that a DEXA scan provides. Hopefully you get something out of it and maybe you will try one in the future for yourself. So until then, thank you for watching, everybody. Diaries of an Injured Chef. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. It helps tremendously. Until next time, peace.
Got a little picture with me. Got a little.